Alright folks, I have finally gotten the 60 Alliance Recon data you need to purchase the new Stronghold. So we're going to go over here to the recovered goods vendor, and let's go ahead and pick up Invitation Traders Quarters. This will be how we start getting the new Stronghold. So let's go ahead and see what we do here. Click on it. Access to Traders Quarters has been granted. Now we got to figure out where we go from there. Let's reset this so it doesn't show up. Aha, so here's the new Stronghold directory here. So we'll head over to the Traders Quarters. Well guys, I was planning on showing you a look at the new Stronghold, but as you can see, you're only allowed to have 6 of the 7 that are available. So I would have to get rid of one of my fully decorated Strongholds. So I've got 9 of 9 expansions open, 9 of 9, 9, 7, 9, 4. All of these took a tremendous amount of work to get put together. The train has 2 expansions. A 10-person occupancy probably goes up by 20 or so per time, but a much smaller Stronghold. So I'm not going to get rid of one of my big, nicely decorated Strongholds in favor of a train that I found underwhelming in the Flashpoint. If they go ahead and up the number of Strongholds you're allowed to have, then I will come purchase this and then go ahead and open it up and decorate it and make a video of that. But no, I'm not gonna get rid of one of my old ones to do that. Just one more thing about the Crisis on Umbara Flashpoint and expansion that has been extraordinarily disappointing. I don't like to bag on BioWare. By and large, I really enjoy this game. There are some hits, there are some misses, but I know it's hard work to put together a game like this, so I don't like to bag on them too much. But this expansion was just a fail. A really underwhelming Flashpoint, a stupid turn in the story that might correct itself in the future, but just poorly executed, and now a Stronghold that you can't buy if you are a Stronghold enthusiast. You've probably already got your 6 that you're allowed to have. And maybe some people are willing to dump a previous one, especially if they haven't put necessarily lots of effort into decorating it. I've made sure that all of mine are 100% decorated. All of them are decorated at least to a degree on a theme. So there was a lot of effort. It wasn't just, open up all the rooms and stick trophies and lights on all the wall and chairs on, all the floors, and just get to 100%. There was some thought that went into it, so I'm not going to get rid of those. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys I believe a heroics run through, to give you, some tips on how to efficiently get through one of the planetary mission heroic items from the Galactic Command here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and switch to that. Thanks. Hey everyone, this is Doug Jankowski with the Grizzled Geek, and today's video is Daily Missions Ziost. So we're going to grab the Daily from the Ashes, the weekly Ziost mission. We need to complete 5 missions, which is the missions you can find here in the central area where you first arrive, plus 2 more missions that you pick up as you move around Ziost. And I'm going to show you what I have found to be the most efficient way to complete the Ziost missions. Should take, we're at 2:02, let's see if we can get this done in just about 10 to 12 minutes. So as soon as you leave the compound, I turn to the left, and I'm going to head up this area here. Now I'm going to shoot for being as quick as possible, so I'm going to avoid any monoliths I find, although if I find the lesser of the two types of monoliths walking around, I tend to stop and try and take them out because they are champions. So there you go. This is one of the Devastators are a little too hardcore for one person, generally speaking. You know, I have improved my equipment quite a bit since the last time I tried, but since we're in this for speed right now, I'm gonna hold off on that. So here you see we've come up to the top of the left corner of the map. We got one of the champion droids. I love doing these with the smuggler because with the smuggler's hunker down, I don't have to worry about the droid's knockback or stun attacks. At least not against me. Sometimes it'll hurt the companion, but I don't know why I fell. You'll notice I skip the scanning the location in that area because there is one place you can go that you can get all but one of the scans done at the same time. In this route, I will just kind of you encounter enough of these bodies to scan that you don't need to go out of your way for them. Just pick them up as you go. You run across enough of them. So I want to show you where I am. Here you go. Here's the starting area. We turned to the left, came down this way. This was our first encounter with a droid in this area. Then I come in here. I'm going to grab the GSI speeder mission, which I just did. Click on the speeder. If you haven't done the speeder, just watch for the ramps. It's going to give you indications. It tells you where to go with it. And try and make sure you hit those ramps because they'll give you a little boost of speed whenever you do a jump. So it gets done for you a little quicker. And this is going to take us all the way to the other end of the map. So you can see here, we're heading out this direction. Started down here, jumped on the speeder down here, and we'll end up in this area. And where we end up will be the one area you'll need to scan that's not with the others. That you can't get from the one place, the one little place in the center of the map. Alright, then you just stop going forward, you'll jump off, and then I'll immediately start scanning for this scan feature here. Alright, so there. Now normally if I were doing this, not trying to be as quick as possible, I would jump off the edge here and see if the monolith down there in this area down here was worth fighting. And then there's another droid on the way back up, but I'll just go this way. It'll be a little bit quicker, you know, avoiding that monolith fight. A couple of droids this way. There'll be a little circle of clockwise that we can do to get hopefully the rest of the droids. Ziost does not tend to be too terribly busy, so it should be easy to get everything. We don't have to fight with other people to get the probe droids now. Back in the day, it could get pretty difficult to find a droid that hadn't just been killed, and you have to wait for him to respawn and whatnot, so that was kind of a pain. Now nobody really does this, despite the fact this is super easy. It's a super easy planetary mission. Really quick, no difficulty, very little fighting actually, and that might be what a lot of people don't care for, is there's not a lot of action in this. It's just a quick go through, scan a few bodies, look through some macro binoculars, pick up pick up artifacts in this next area where we're going to go. We are missing one recon probe, so we're going to get that right over here when we're done with this area. This is kind of its own special instance. So I'm going to show you what I do here to get through this most efficiently. Come right over here, grab a power supply. This is going to activate your GSI droid up here. While the droid powers up, go ahead and pick up this second one. If you're good, you can get this whole thing done before you have to resupply your droid with power. But just in case, I pick one up in the beginning. Wait for the droid to activate. You're going to have to scan this little pedestal here. Click on it. As soon as he's done scanning, mount up and head to the next. And that will be this bridge. First time you do this, there's a lot of wandering around, but once you get the pattern down, it goes pretty quick. So you'll cross the bridge and head right, and then right again around this corner, and you can see these marked on your map. And then here, from here, we're going to go back and up this little thing here. And again, to the right, to the right. We'll scan these and then go back this way. And the last thing is around this corner. Alright, hey everybody, I'm back. You may notice that the clock has changed from what we were looking at before, and that's because, as I've mentioned several times, I tend to queue for other content, multiplayer content, while I'm waiting for, or while I'm doing solo content. In this case, a Master Mode flashpoint came up and interrupted the run through here, so I got myself back to the same place. We're going to start at 2:45 and add to the 7 minutes that we had done previously. This little back road here will get you to the end of this this area, the GSI camp, quicker than normal, so you don't have to do any backtracking. And once you take out this droid here, you will be able to finish this up, and we should be able to get it before the droid runs out of power. He's got, 2 seconds, probably not. Alright, I'm going to have to repower him. Ran into a little trouble there. But, anyways, okay, so 2:45, we're going to finish maybe 2:47. No, we started at 2:45, so we're going to add that to the 7 minutes. And all we have now is, let's get one more droid core from the probe droids. And then do our scanning of the the Death of the World scanning there, and once that's all done, we will finish up here. So at this point, we're at 8, probably 8.5. By the time we finish this droid, we'll be done. We'll be at 9. And I'm sorry, I think I said 9 before. I meant 7, because we started at 2:02. The flashpoint popped up at 2:09. So we're restarting at 7 minutes, which we started at 2:45. So we'll see where we end up here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head up this hill that's in the middle, kind of the very middle of the map. And it has one of these areas on it. But if you park right about here, you'll be able to see just about everything that's left. I'm going to go ahead and turn this mission in. And then we're going to do the Death of the World. So here we go. We've got one here. And you can see just off to the left 2 more of the items. So here you left click to activate, and then right click to pull back instead of escape. Left click again to zoom in. Right. This is sometimes a little tricky to get centered on this. There we go. And then finally, a little further off to the left will be the last one. And this is the one you would have done in that first area that we turned right to the left when we left the compound, went up and hit our first droid. That's the one we would have, one of the ones we would have seen there. Alright, so there we go, that's done. So now all we have to do is go turn everything in, and we will be all done. We'll see if we finish that by 2:49. That will put us at just about 11 minutes to finish Ziost. So it's pretty much on par with Coruscant. Maybe slightly longer, but not very much. Does not have as many bonuses as Coruscant does, which would tend to make Coruscant a little superior in that right. And you don't get any command crates out of this. And by command crates, so there we go, 2:49. So we did it in just about exactly 11 minutes. These lock supply crates, that's really the only advantage that you get by doing Coruscant over Ziost, or any of the other planetary ones, not the daily areas. But Ziost is a super quick, really easy one, so I highly recommend, you know, if you're looking to just make a lot of CXP pretty quick, this is the way to go. You're gonna, if you've bought the Legacy perk that gives you, I believe it's a total of 10% bonus if you got them all unlocked. If you pop 100% boost, you're gonna make about 150 CXP per mission, and then you know you're gonna have 5 of those, so you're already at about 750. It itself is gonna make you about 1,500. So pretty quickly, in about 10 minutes, you're gonna get just over to maybe close to 3,000 command experience. But there you are. You know, let me know down below what you thought of this run through of Ziost. Do you do Ziost yourself? What other planetary missions do you enjoy doing, or would you like me to take a look at? I'm eventually going to get to them all, but if I have a lot of interest in specific ones, I will, you know, I'll look towards those first. But there we are, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Tune in next week for another SWTOR video. In the meantime, you guys enjoy playing Star Wars The Old Republic, and may the Force be with you. Thank you for joining me for another Star Wars The Old Republic video. We here at The Grizzled Geek are working tirelessly to provide you with more content and upgrading our equipment for greater production values, but we need your help. We've set up a Patreon page where you can become a Patreon at varying levels of support with a variety of rewards at each level. If you would prefer a one-time gift of support, visit us at our GoFundMe page. Links for both are down below. Either way, we appreciate you being here, checking out our videos, and I'd encourage you to check out what else the channel has to offer. We look forward to seeing you in the weeks, months, and years to come, and interacting with you as a community. Thank you very much for your support.